Hello everyone, this is Fantasy-esque and welcome back to Royal Clan in ClanGen, the Warrior Cats clan generated game. When we left off in the previous episode, one of our royals fell in love. So Smokewater, who has been lonely this whole time and making me so sad because nothing works out for him, finally fell in love with Flare Freckle, the young female who he's been paired up with for breeding. And they have both, I think at this point, given us indication that they want to have a litter with one another and they're really happy with the match. But Flare Freckle is still viewing this as a formal arrangement, and Smokewater, he's beyond that. He's actually, after I think moons and moons of observation, he got a little bit of attention from her in the last episode. She asked him how he was doing after his snakebite healed, and that was it. That attention, after observing her and thinking that she's so lovely, he's fallen in love with her. And I flippin' love it. Also, guys, sometimes there are things that happen in the game, or like certain events, and I'm not entirely sure what might have been the case, or what led up to it. And then you guys basically work as detectives, do your homework, and interpret certain things and let me know kind of your ideas about what might have gone down, like piecing together clues that we have from what happened in that episode. And I've been getting some interesting comments from you, Vonel, and I love reading your comments. But there was one comment made about the kittens and the fight that they had, so I thought I'd read that out to give us a clearer picture of maybe how that went down. So the comment said, I have a theory about the fight among the kits. According to the events, Firepaw asks Pale Kit to watch her fresh kill. So Firepaw has her ceremony, but Pale Kit does not. Maybe it's because Firepaw is now ambitious and wants to be the princess of her batch, so she tries to sabotage her brother. After that, Pale Kit manages to understand and finally gets to his ceremony, so he discovers Firepaw's lie and wants to confront his sister. Then Shadepaw, who is bloodthirsty, takes advantage of the chaos of their dispute to happily engage in a good fight with his siblings. Somehow he manages to make it look like Palepaw was the one who started the fight, so Palepaw ends up taking the blame. I don't know if this is the beginning of something serious between them, but it's something funny for us. So I thought that was very intuitive of you, that yes, maybe that's really what happened and how all the events pieced together. Basically, the older sister, who's supposed to be looking after her younger brothers, got a little bit too ambitious and she wanted to be the front of the line. She wanted to have her ceremony first. She wanted to get a head start basically on her siblings. And poor Pale Kit was hanging around at the back. And it's kind of funny then that when we checked rankings, Pale Kit was actually doing the best. I find that hilarious. His sister tried to sabotage him, but she could not sabotage him. And it's funny because, yeah, she kind of went to the front, got her ceremony first, ended up being apprenticed to the king himself, and yet her youngest brother, who has the least experienced mentor, is kind of doing the best. So I think that goes to show if someone has prince or princess material, you really cannot hold them back. But okay, let's go ahead and check out the Leader's Den in our Age of Peace to see how Fernstar and, Buttercup Finn. What's Crowpelt doing? Is Crowpelt not feeling good? Oh, that's right, he's not. But Buttercup Finn, our royal physician, is going to be handling the next gathering on behalf of Fernstar. How are they going to handle it? Rolling the dice, I got a 2 on the D10, so that's Snowy Clan, and we got a 4 on the D8, so that is Offend. Okay, we're going to show a little bit of sass to one of the independent cat groups, and let's go ahead and skip a moon. We have birth and death notices. During the gathering, Buttercup Finn pointedly excludes Snowy Clan's leader from the discussion amongst the leaders on the leader's perch. Snowy Clan relations have worsened. Fernstar no longer has White Cough, which is good. Scorch Moss will always love Watergill, but has decided to move on. Okay, we need to keep an eye on Scorch Moss to see if maybe she and Flailstorm will start giving each other attention. Icicle Speck has gotten a running nose. And rumors reach your clan that the exiled Faithface has died recently. So one of our 7 clan cats died. Well, that's not good. Okay, let's check out the Medicine Cat Den, Crowpelt with his yellow cough. Fernstar was given Tansy as treatment for White Cough. Will be less likely to die. Okay, no longer has White Cough. Crowpelt was given Lungwort as treatment for Yellow Cough. Buttercup Finn gathered mullein, thyme, wild garlic, and betony this moon, which is really good to know. How the cat's going. Everyone seems to be doing well, except for Crowpelt, of course. Hopefully he's going to be on his way to recovering pretty soon. Shadepaw did an embarrassing prank on Fernstar's friend. King Fernstar threatens to give Flarefreckle a terrible name. Why is the king being so mean? You know what? I think King Fernstar, who has been very nice and patient up until this point, is maybe getting a little bit impatient with Flarefreckle, especially since the clan, I think, pretty much knows at this point that Smokewater is in love with her. So I think King Fernstar, who has also seemingly moved on to Buttercup Finn, I think he wants Flarefreckle to give a litter and get a move on with growing the clan. And Flarefreckle is taking his sweet time, so I think that's why he's threatening to give her a bad name, like a bad reputation for not kind of, I don't want to say being receptive to Smokewater's advances. I don't think that's it. But, you know, the clan, it's a formal pairing. The clan wants kittens, and by every indication, Flarefreckle, she's okay to have kittens with Smokewater, or she finds Smokewater to be a good match. So even though that is the case, like, why is she taking so long? I think that's probably Fernstar's point of view. He's getting frustrated because as a leader, it's strange, but other cats having kittens in the clan reflects on him and his ability to grow the clan and encourage the clan and lead the clan, right? Okay, Crowpelt, the king's right hand, smells something strange on Palepaw. During the last gathering, Crowpelt and Bearpelt defended their clan against another clan's heckling. Scorchmoss and Firepaw realize they have a similar sense of humor, so some mother-daughter bonding. Scorchmoss is sharing a piece of fresh kill with her favorite son, Bearpelt. That is really cute. Scorchmoss has then decided to move on from Watergale. Flarefreckle insulted Icicle Speck's looks behind his back and thought he didn't hear it. Flailstorm and Icicle Speck say goodbye but end up walking in the same direction. I love how that's a negative reaction. Like, if you're saying goodbye, then goodbye. Stop walking next to me. The whole clan notices how close Flailstorm and Icicle Speck are lately, despite the fact that, oh, that's so funny, that they walked in the same direction. But I guess they were like, you know what? I like you. We get along with one another. I won't hold it against you that you wanted to walk in the same direction as me despite saying goodbye. Smokewater thinks Icicle Speck keeps getting in the way instead of helping others. Bearpelt meows hello to Smokewater, but he looks pretty glum still. Buttercup Finn, our royal physician, hears King Fernstar laugh at a clanmate's joke, even though it was lame. Okay, and she's been helping him with the gathering, so that's like even more time for them to spend with one another. Buttercup Finn is giving Icicle Speck a task. Shining Stripe asks Shadepaw a simple question, but Shadepaw reacts strangely to it. Now, Shining Stripe is not Shadepaw's mentor. Shining Stripe, Flailstorm is Shadepaw's mentor. Shining Stripe is teaching Palepaw. That's right. Flarefreckle and Bearpelt challenge one another during a hunting patrol. Some sibling bonding, which is really nice to see between these two. Bearpelt and Flarefreckle get their first stuck together with some sap. Bearpelt, Icicle Speck, and Buttercup Finn had a nice talk while eating. Firepaw talks with Crowpelt about some clan drama. Okay, Firepaw and Crowpelt. What's the last negative thing to happen? The last negative thing was Shining Stripe asking Shadepaw a simple question, but Shadepaw reacting strangely to it, so they must have seen that. And now they're discussing some clan drama. Either that, or Firepaw noticed, and she's discussing that clan drama with Crowpelt, who's in the medicine cat den. Shadepaw keeps telling Smokewater to stop saying a joke, but Smokewater doesn't take his request seriously, and Palepaw had a disagreement with Bearpelt about something or other, and that's all we have for the relationships and events. So let me cut the recording here and we'll continue with the cat list. Okay, let us continue with the cat list. So first up we have loyalties, where we have had a little bit of a change. So Flarefreckle has become an anti-loyalist. She's lost her loyalty towards Fernstar, obviously because Fernstar was pressuring her and threatening to give her a bad name and reputation for taking so long to have her kittens when the clan still needs to grow. And we did have the death recently of Watergale, so I think the clan is taking the slight reduction in numbers a little bit hard. I mean, yes, we are still in the growth stage, and if you think about it, the clan is doing better than just having the founding number of cats, which is a good position to be in, but at the same time, it's still too small. We're still not big enough to comfortably be able to, go and do things and not have to worry about having a hit to the population. And I think the biggest thing maybe for the first few rulers, at least right now, is trying to pass on as many of the founding bloodlines as possible. Because right now, if you think about it, guys, we only have 4 of the 10 founding bloodlines that have passed on. And one of them, unfortunately, we'll never be able to get because Goldusk died early and he couldn't have a litter. So we've already lost kind of one bloodline to the void. So the max amount of bloodlines that a cat will be able to carry at this point in the future is 9 royal bloodlines. And the max that the current cats have is 2. So from Bear Pelt onwards, they carry 2 bloodlines. So I think that's probably why Fernstar is freaking out a bit, because yes, Watergale died from old age, which is all fine and well, and we even lost our king, but there was Goldusk who passed away. And I think Fernstar is worried that some of the other founding bloodlines they have, from either accident or old age, they're going to die before they can pass their lineage on. And then the pool of cats to breed with is going to get smaller and smaller. So I think that's why he's panicking just a little bit. He was patient, but now he's like, oh my goodness, this is something that we need to worry about. This is these are the years to establish ourselves. So Flarefreckle, she, whether or not she understands that, she doesn't like it. She does not like it. I feel like that's not something that would be her concern. She seems more like the type of cat who thinks about the here and now. So I don't think she would like the way Fernstar is being pushy. For that reason, she's become an anti-loyalist. So that was all, I think, in regards to changes with the loyalties and then the cats, even relationship-wise. I don't really pick up on anything new. So let's go straight to the matchmaker. For Flarefreckle and Smokewater, I almost wonder if Flarefreckle is going to pull a Scorchmoss and be sassy, because Scorchmoss was getting to know Watergale when she was paired to him, and then when the king became pushy with her, she got sassy, and then she stopped making an effort with Watergale. So I'm wondering whether Flarefreckle is gonna react the same. I don't know, but let's go ahead and see how she feels. Okay, platonic-like, romance, trust, comfort has increased, jealousy has decreased. Smokewater has fallen even more deeply in love with her. Flarefreckle, she's feeling better and better about Smokewater, but she hasn't tipped, nothing's tipped, her feelings haven't tipped into anything more than the formal arrangement they have. So she's feeling encouraged by him, and I'm glad that she's not taking her frustration with the king out on Smokewater. She's showing a level of maturity that I feel like Scorchmoss didn't have, maybe. So that is nice, but also, because she's playful, maybe she's just more social in general, whereas Scorchmoss, I think, was calm, and she kind of kept a lot of her emotions, inside, and she was taking them out on maybe cats who didn't deserve them. So there was that. But okay, this makes me happy. At least we have some progress. Now let's go ahead and see what the cats are doing for the day. Fernstar is soaking in the new leaf warmth. Crowpelt saw some kitty pets playing with colorful moss balls. Buttercupfin thought she saw a cat, but turns out it's a 2-leg object that just looks like one. Scorchmoss had to fix an argument between the elders again. Flailstorm is relieved Leaf Bear is finally over. Icicle Speck woke up on the wrong side of the nest. Bearpelt is thinking about his life choices. Flare Freckle doesn't get any work done all morning, too busy climbing trees. Look at that. I love that despite what the king said, she didn't let it get to her head, and she just does not care. She's continuing to do what she wants to do and have the fun that she wants to have, which is very admirable, I think. And the more and more we're getting to know these cats, I think out of all the cats in the clan, and I think one of you lovelies made this point as well, Flare Freckle might have to be my favorite. It's not just her appearance, but like her personality and the things she's doing. And it's strange because she wasn't one of my... I don't think I counted her as one of my favorite cats when she was younger, but I actually really, really like Flare Freckle. She's like one of those cats that really stand out to me. Okay, but I love this. This is good. This is empowering. She does what she wants. Shining Stripe silently judges a clanmate from afar. Palepaw annoyed his mentor by accident the other day. That's funny. Shining Stripe is judging a clanmate from afar. I wonder who he's judging. Oh my goodness, imagine Flare Freckle is like not listening to the clan leader or the king, and she's doing what she wants and she's playing around, and her older brother Shining Stripe is just silently judging her from a distance because he's looking at his sister and he's thinking, when is she going to get it in her head that life's not a game? Oh, I love that. And then Palepaw is maybe pestering his mentor for something, maybe some attention. Oh, no. Okay, actually, Palepaw is playful as well. So maybe Shining Stripe is judging his sister for being playful, and then straight after that, his apprentice is trying to be playful with him, so he's just like... I can't explain it to her. And now he's displaying the same behavior. I think, yeah, Shining Stripe's stuck in the middle of two playful cats and he doesn't understand how they can take life not seriously. Oh my goodness, that's funny. Firepaw seems to be ordering her fellow apprentices around. She was doing this last time. Firepaw really has it in her head that she is really special, much more special than her brothers, especially after the story that Vornell told about Firepaw sabotaging Palepaw to kind of get ahead in the apprentice ceremony and have her naming first. Yeah, she likes ordering the others around. She likes throwing her weight around. She wants to be the princess. She wants to be the top cat. And so that's all she does. She was ordering her siblings around last time. She's ordering them around this time. But I wonder if she's going to get too caught up in her own head and kind of be left in the dust by Palepaw because he's kind of more focused on himself. And then Shadepaw play fights with Firepaw just like old times. This is amazing because especially after reading that comment, now I'm looking at their behaviors and the things they're doing, and it definitely feels like, yes, that's probably what happened. I mean, Shadepaw, his play fighting with Firepaw, he doesn't seem to have much problem with this sister. Probably because she doesn't have a very soft personality. She's got a tough personality, so she can kind of fight it out with him. Whereas his younger brother is the type of cat that he can kind of bulldoze, So when it's time to throw blame, then, he does it to his younger brother Palepaw. I don't know if there's anything, at this point it's all innocent and it's just funny to see between them, but I hope it doesn't end up becoming something serious as they get older. Right now it's just antics, but sometimes things between siblings can become really, really bad. But okay. Smokewater thinks about going on a little jaunt outside camp, and that's all we have for the cat list, so let me cut the recording here and we'll continue with patrols. Okay, let's continue with our patrols. We have 38 prey currently, and we need 31, so we're not worrying about food just yet. Let's send out our royal physician, Buttercup Fin, to see what she gets up to. Buttercup Fin notices that the moss in the medicine cat den is getting old. She needs to go and gather some more. Proceed. Buttercup Fin quickly makes her way to the best moss patch she knows. She spends a bit of time slicing bits off with her claws, careful not to get any roots or dirt in the pile. Once she's satisfied, she takes a moment to wrap her jaws around the heap, then makes her way back to camp. So moss was gathered. And now let's see what the different mentors are going to do for their apprentices, because I think all the mentors are here, which is great. Okay, so we're going to have a patrol of 6 and a patrol of 3. And this is the arrangement that's been made. Fernstar is keeping his apprentice really close to himself, but it seems as though Shining Stripe and Flailstorm have actually swapped apprentices. So that's the approach they're taking this time around. So Flailstorm is going to supervise Palepaw, and Shining Stripe is going to supervise Shadepaw. So we'll see how that goes. And then in the patrol of 6, we also have Icicle Speck and Flare Freckle. So here we go. There's a spring in their steps as the cats head out. Today looks like a good day for hunting. Proceed. The conditions don't disappoint. It's going to be tough carrying all their fresh kill home, but that's the kind of problem the cats are happy to have. A huge amount of prey is brought to camp, which is wonderful. We now have 114.8, so we definitely won't worry about food. And then we're sending out Shadepaw, Shining Stripe, and Bearpelt. Also, I am realizing that I forgot to look at the experience points for the apprentices, so we'll do that after the patrols. It shouldn't mess with their rankings much. It usually doesn't really. They get a few extra experience points from the patrols they go on, but usually their rankings stay the same from like when you skip the moon, because that's where you have the biggest changes and increments. Okay. Something skitters across the leaf litter, catching the patrol's eyes. A little lizard. The lizard drops its tail. Shadepaw dives for it, while Bearpelt pounces for the lizard. Surely this counts for 2 catches. Neither of them cares much, and it's a happy afternoon hunting together. Oh, look at that! So Shadepaw, this was a good move, because Shadepaw actually got to learn some things. Not necessarily from Shining Stripe, but under Shining Stripe's tutelage from Bearpelt. And I actually love this, because Shadepaw is essentially going on a hunt with two brothers. So Bearpelt and Shining Stripe, you know, they're siblings. So I feel like a lot of their brotherly dynamic is going to come across in this hunt. Maybe that's why it works so smoothly. And it's also cool that Bearpelt was the patrol leader, but I shouldn't be surprised because he's the Bear Prince. He has a higher status. A small amount of prey is brought to camp. Now we have 126.8, which is really cool. But let's go ahead and check how the apprentices are doing. Palepaw was doing the best when we checked last moon, but is that still the case? It's not! Hold on a second. Sometimes they tie. Last time, Firepaw and Shadepaw tied. So let's actually see. Firepaw has 18 experience. Palepaw has 14 and Shadepaw has 14. Look at that. How the tables turn. So last episode, Palepaw was the best of his batch. And Firepaw was tied with Shadepaw. Firepaw was not happy with that. So she hunkered down and she worked hard. Yes, she's ordering the others around, but she really was training. And now she's the best of her batch, really blazing a trail to her princess aspirations. And her brothers, Palepaw and Shadepaw, now they're tied behind her. She's left them in the dust. Oh, good on you, Firepaw. Good on you. So that's what we have over here. Although I'm still hoping and cheering for Palepaw to surpass his sister. I don't like how his siblings bully him, to be honest. I don't like it, and I kind of want him to be the best of his batch. But we shall see. Sometimes even the undeserving get things that, should probably go to others. But okay. With that said and done, oh, look at how pretty everything is now that it's new leaf. I mean, I love a leaf bear. I love all the seasons in the grotto, but everything's so green now, which looks wonderful. But okay, guys, with that said and done, I'm going to leave off here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.